Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Hutch Nast, and I wanted to talk about a cryptocurrency by the name of Hex today. Hex is a decentralized cryptocurrency designed to be used as a store of value. Now, Hex's market cap is just under 16 billion, 15.95 billion US dollars. And over the last 24 hours, Hex's volume has been 8.95 million, and they're sitting at 0.117 per coin, so just under 12 cents a token. Now, Hex kind of got popularized by revolutionizing the crypto space with staking. Now, as far as staking a coin, we'll get into that a little bit more, but it's kind of helped Hex become a top 200 overall token, and that's as per CoinMarketCap. And that means that they don't recognize what Hex is claiming, because they would really be top 10 with being in just under 16 billion in market cap value. So I'm gonna have to dig into that. I'm not 100% sure why that's not a thing. But the ranking system's a little bit broken on CoinMarketCap. At any rate, Hex stakes an average of 38% per year, and that's just straight off their website. So what you could do is you could buy the token and then put it into their liquidity pool called staking, and then actually get a return on your investment because they get to use your Hex as part of the liquidity pool. Now, this is the first blockchain certificate of deposit, which is just like I'm saying, a CD, just like a bank would give a long-term CD. High returns, no minimums, decentralized design. They're saying that there's 444,518 wallets that already own Hex. I'd imagine that number needs looked at again. Really should be higher by now. And then so far, the Hex price went up 9,481 times in under 2 years. So, I mean, this token's been huge. I talk a lot about the lower cap coins because I think that they got more room to run. But I really like what Hex is actually doing here. So, like, if you go to your local bank and you have some unused money in your savings account and you don't have any plans for it, say for like 6 months or a year or 2 years, what you can do is actually get a certificate of deposit, and it's also referred to as a CD. And then the bank will end up paying you just a little bit of money, a little bit of percentage interest for getting to use your money. I mean, they're already using your money, but like using your money as a like committed money, where you can't just show up and withdraw it without a penalty. So, I mean, that used to be like a really good means of savings, like Christmas clubs and stuff, where like parents would throw a couple hundred in, or whatever they could afford, and then by the time Christmas time came, they had like an extra like $50 to play with. Well, like now banks are just giving dust away. I double checked this. So according to NerdWallet, this was an article from September 2020. The national average for a 5 years, so you got to commit your money to it for 5 years to get this high interest rate, is 0.29% APY. And you could actually, and then they went on to say, and you can find higher rates at some banks and credit unions. But you know what? Not much has gotten better since 2020 in September. It's still dust. Like all the high interest savings accounts. I mean, they'll tell you what you want to hear to like get you in, but it'll become variable and really kind of go down fast. So, I personally, I've never done much better than that. I set up a high interest savings account when my wife and I were saving for our wedding, and they claimed 2% interest at the time, but it was variable rate, and the variable rate came sooner than later. I really don't know that I ever got caught a quarterly check at the 2% interest, and that's that's really is a problem because people just take their money and it can't even keep up with inflation in the US, which is probably what, 10% this year, but on average, like 6%, 5%. Anyway, Hex fixes that issue with a crypto CD or certificate of deposit, and in crypto, it's called staking. So holders can commit their Hex to the liquidity pool and get a percentage of gains for doing so. And then that's the only problem with Hex is the value comes from the belief in its value, which is exactly like fiat money. So, I mean, I guess you could say about the U.S. dollar, like the United States, it's the Federal Reserve. It's not technically part of the government, whatever. But like the United States has resources. At the end of the day, if the U.S. dollar plummets, there's still like trees here that can be cut and milled into boards. You know what I mean? There's still minerals in the soil. Now with like crypto, you don't have any of that. There's not like physical land attached to it. So Hex's biggest obstacle is overcoming people believing that it just has value and then it can be used as a store of value. So what they've done to try to combat that is poured a ton of money into marketing. I've seen so much marketing on as much marketing on Hex as I've seen for like Coinbase or like Binance. So like they're not playing around. They claim that all money is just numbers on spreadsheets. Pretty much with you there. But like just their spreadsheets are better. So, I mean, maybe they are. I love the design. I love the idea of finding a vehicle for investing that's not nearly as volatile as just buying and selling tokens. Kind of something to use as a savings account, which I'm really in that respect, they would just be competing with Bitcoin or Ethereum. And Ethereum actually has the utility of Ethereum's everything being built on top of it. So, at any rate, that's my hot take. Maybe they're right. Maybe their spreadsheets are better. I'd like to know what you think in the comments below. And I appreciate you guys. It looks like I'm at 399 on subscribers. And this really has been a dream come true journey. I appreciate it. Let me know what coin you want me to talk about next. This has been Hutch Nast, and I'll talk to you in the next one.